morning, good day, good evening, good night to everybody. See if we can get some stuff done before it gets sauna hot here. We could start with maybe doing some stuff over there. I'm gonna pick some of those berries, but it's gonna be probably in the shade there even later, so that's gonna be a cooler job. So we can guess we can go and pick some of those peas first. I think we can pick maybe all the peas that are left, or at least majority, since they should be, or they are getting like old. You can see how the peas themselves are like shriveling away, or the plant is shriveling away. It's not gonna produce anymore, which means we can just rip out the plant, see if there's any peas, and then toss it to the ground. Kind of go through this, see if there is down there. I think there's quite a bit of peas left. I cleaned this upper part pretty good, but you can see there's still some left. These are okay to eat. You can see the pod is kind of yellow, but the peas inside are fine. I mean, that's some worms there, but this pea like perfectly fine. They're better when they're like a little bit more green, but they don't get any like better from here, so we can pick everything that's left. A lot of these have been picked pretty clean already. But yeah, there's no lack of heat. You can be here, and I can do this in the middle of the night here, and it would be like warm. No lack of heat. Thought about doing this yesterday, but it was like 30 degrees the whole day, so didn't really feel it. Didn't feel like doing it. Hello there. Yeah, we're just harvesting some stuff now. In the hobby side of the farm. Actually do. Not that. And once if we get all the peas harvested today, then I can rip out the weeds here. Kind of clean it up. It worked out pretty well. First the strawberries were done, then you could eat those. Now when those are done, we can eat peas here for a little bit. And now when the peas are almost done, then next is we got the one bush with some berries there that we can eat. It's nice that not everything gets ripe at the same time. Then we got the carrots here, like those are gonna be harvested pretty late in the season. It's almost like empty. Some like empty pods. I don't know why they didn't fill out that. Maybe it was too hot for them, or they just ripe. They have riped really fast. Like the pods were kind of green a few days ago, and now they're all like yellow, or turning away from green, I should say. Maybe down here's more green stuff. So I guess we could harvest most the other side there too, and then leave. They're maybe greener here, so those kind of grow still, but these that turn yellow, they're pretty much done. Done deal. Yeah, those peas over there, or beans, I mean, those have kind of surprised me. They've grown like crazy. They're like a hedgerow at the moment. So if I wouldn't have put those strings and things there, it would be like it would have gone sideways a lot. Like grown a lot over here. Now when you get these, you can kind of try to tie them up here. Get it growing. Stay growing kind of in one spot, not going too much to the side. Like you can see, it's like a vine. It's like a vine. It's tying up on itself like this. Looks crazy. I have had some beans previously in the garden, but they had nowhere near the same like height growth as these. I'm sure these gonna start to produce some beans at some point too. Now the only thing I see is like a huge amount of vines and some flowers. Most of these were kind of empty already. I harvested a bunch of these already earlier. We're gonna harvest, yeah, not all, maybe half, a little bit over. Then we can eat on those, chew on those a few days, and then get the rest. There's not maybe that much in there. Like there's some weeds too, but we'll see. We'll harvest from here and see how it fills up. Corn is looking really good. It's never looked this good in the garden. So I think this year we succeeded, or I succeeded with pre-growing it for just a few weeks in the greenhouse and then planting them out here. Like they have looked way healthier this year than any other year. So I think this year we might actually get some corn, some cobs. Which is nice. Previous years, last year I almost got some cobs. They looked a little bit like a cob, but they were nowhere like a full cob or anything. Clouds. Oh, a little cloud. Hopefully we get more clouds today. The more clouds, the better. Almost the more rain, the better. Not that we need like any. It's starting to be so late in the season that the rain doesn't even help the plants that much, but maybe still a little. Some of these are kind of small, so I'm just gonna not harvest them even. Yeah, so this plant here looks more green even. I haven't really harvested here. There's a bunch of stuff on this one. I think we can leave some. It's gonna be too much if I harvest everything today. There's enough for like quite a bit to eat all here already. And then once more I can clean the rest. Rest of the plants. We can already, the strings we can take out. And the posts, I think. They don't really need support anymore. I'm gonna, like in a couple of days, I'm gonna harvest the rest. So. That should be the peas. Then we can probably do some weeding. Maybe I could, on the strawberries, we could try to do the kind of transplant thing where you take like a piece of one plant and duplicate it and make another one. Haven't really done that before, but we could try it over there. There's a few that died, so I could try to fill those holes in with things from other plants. We need scissor basically and something to dig holes. I have no idea if it's gonna work, but we could try. Not really gonna lose anything if we try. Mini tomatoes are coming along nice. Bigger tomatoes are flowering. Chili is growing. Chilies probably need water when they're in small pots like that. Otherwise the ground looks, there's some moisture still. But yeah, I might spray some water on this part today already, so it doesn't get too dry. There might be some rain incoming today and tomorrow and the day after that, but it's like I don't have super high hopes on it. Probably gonna be some rain, but maybe not a lot. But yeah, here we had like that's almost dead. Here like that's dead and this one is, no, it's almost dead. There's not that many that they have actually started to recover, but that one is dead. So I could, from those really healthy plants, I could take like a part and put one here. Maybe there's some holes at the end there that are empty too. I guess this one is they're starting to come something. It almost looked like it died, but oh no. That's not what we want to do. Tried to pull out the dandelion, ended up pulling out the whole strawberry plant. I put that one back. Probably killed some roots from that, so that's not great. The weed was too close to it. Well, we'll see, but this one here is completely dead. So we could try digging a little hole there. And then taking like from a really healthy plant here. Like these, they're trying to grow these to the side. So what if we take one of these? They grow these to the side and then this like shoots out roots here, and then this is like a new plant. So what if we just try to put this in the ground there like this? We can see if we can get like a new plant out of that. Kind of like just a trial. Instead of buying a new plant, I could try this. Like it should work because the strawberries naturally, that's how they like spread. They grow these to the side and then they get roots down somewhere and just grow from there. So we can put that in the ground and then put some water on that and see if that one evolves to anything. We try putting, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes there that was empty. Try doing the same thing there. I didn't have plants to put here in the spring, so these were kind of empty the whole time. Now here's one that's died too. Put one here, one here. There's one there and one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we can take from the good plants there, like those shoots that go to the side. Put 4 down here and then we'll see. see if they amount to anything. Better than having nothing there. I guess there's still one here. 5. We could take 5. 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fill up all the things. Holy moly, it's still warm in the morning. Stand up quickly like that and you're almost fainting. Not good, not good. There's one here, I think. Like this guy, you can almost see like there's roots coming out here. So if you put this part in the ground like this, could evolve to something. We're gonna try. You should anyhow, these that grow to the side from the plant, you should probably, I think you should like cut them away in any case. So the plant focuses on the main plant and doesn't grow to the side. I guess we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one more. I'm just taking the biggest ones from the biggest plants here that look the healthiest. Then we'll put them down there. Stick them in there and see what happens. Try to get it in the ground there. Then I will probably want to spray some water on these just to get it really wet down there. So they have a good chance of becoming something. I don't know if there's any guides on how to do this, but we will just kind of do a trial here. Trial run. I mean, it should work technically because those that grow to the side, unless they are like super reliant on the mother plant, so to speak, then it should work because this is pretty much how they spread naturally. They grow these. I mean, I guess they spread with the actual strawberry too, like with the seeds that are in the plant, but this should also be one way. Holy moly. Yeah, any kind of, when you put any kind of effort down, it's like immediately. It's a little bit cooler in the morning now, but there's no wind, so it feels almost the same. Gotta take it pretty easy. Really wish we would get days when it's like 15 to 20 degrees, not always 20 to 30 degrees. When I was a kid, I remember we had we had days like that. Now it's like, nope, 20 to 30 pretty much always. And no wind now, so we got these damn flies. I mean, luckily it's like normal flies, but they're flying in the face all the time, so not the nicest. I guess it's better than horse flies and things. Okay, this should be good now. Take the scissors. In the evening I could also put some water on the potatoes, and especially those new strawberries. I mean, here we got, it rained last week and it rained 30 mil, so some water, but I don't think, it really depends. If I know we would get a lot of nut spray here, but I think it's best to put the irrigation thing on. I guess those are fine. Lizard guy. Straw, those are fine. We don't really need to do much weeding here. Stuff looks pretty good. I guess we could put the irrigation thing on here. Then we'll see how this sprays. And then I'll just pick berries up there, the rest of the stream. Yeah, so here it's like a little bit more moist. You can see in between the rows, but it doesn't hurt to give it some water when it's this hot. Parsley has like really exploded. The rows were like this much apart, 30 centimeters apart. Now it's like, looks like it's just parsley everywhere. Okay. The berry bush there that has the berries, it's actually in the shade, so that's gonna be great. But yeah, we're gonna fire up. What time is it now? Like 9. A little before. Yeah. So fire up the sprayer here, have it on like at least an hour and a half there. Lawn could use a trim too, but too hot for that. Hello there. What's up? about in the right area here. I think it looks about right. Check from the other side. See if we have the irrigation thingy working. Seems about right. Now we can leave it there for a couple hours. At least an hour and a half. If I would know it's going to rain later today, then we could irrigate less, but it's safe to say that it's probably not going to rain that much. Irrigation stream. No, we're gonna pick some berries here in the meantime. This guy can do its job here. We'll move it a little bit so it doesn't hit the post there. We don't want to get wet ourselves. Maybe not, it doesn't hit the post there. Yeah, now it goes past it. That's good. Mini irrigator. This year we would just have needed a thing like this, but 100 times bigger or something, to irrigate the big fields too. And a lot more water. I don't think a garden hose would really cut it for the big fields. But in the garden it's gonna cut it. Garden hose is enough for the garden. Have like one area here that I irrigate, then I can move it to the potatoes later. Potatoes and strawberries. Yeah, let's pick some berries. Do we want to pick these with the gloves on or gloves off is the question. Since this bush, it's kind of the berries, or not the berries, but in between the berries, there's like a bunch of thorns on this bush. So I think we want to try with the gloves on. Don't know if it's going to be a lot better, but these are not super thick gloves. I should have the two super thick gloves maybe on. But yeah, if you want to move the bush like this, like you can see there's a big thorn, and try to, well, maybe it's a little better with the gloves on. A little less chance of getting punctured by those thorns. But we're going to take that platform so we can have this bucket a little higher. Makes it easier to pick. Take our bucket platform. And then be in the shade here. There's some wind. I guess the wind is starting to pick up. That's very good. Makes it feel a lot better. These look pretty good now, red and ripe. I don't know, I should look up what this bush actually is called. It's krusbär in Swedish, karviainen I think in Finnish. But what the hell is it in English? Like no idea what it's in English. Let me search it. Let's see. Or I could try to use, I don't know if I have Google Lens on this phone. That should find out what it is, but it usually finds what it is in, what it is like in Latin first. Gooseberry. Gooseberry in English. Yep. Gooseberry. So we got geese. We sometimes have a lot of geese in the field, and this is like gooseberry. Do the geese like the gooseberry? But yeah, these are not super big. I think because it's been kind of dry. That's why some years these are maybe bigger. Or maybe it's just like I haven't really fertilized this bush or anything in a long time, so it just grows whatever it grows. But these are pretty good too. Yeah, definitely ripe. Get more sweet when they're ripe. When they're green, they kind of more sour. But yeah, these are definitely easier to pick with gloves on. But still, if I grab like a branch and lift it up, you gotta be pretty careful, because if I grab just where the thorn is like a centimeter long, it would definitely go through the glove, I think. But if you carefully grab the end like this, then you can lift it up and pick berries. Yeah, we can pick some now and leave some for later. I think these don't really go bad that fast, so they're probably gonna be good to pick for like a few weeks. So we can just take a little bit and a little bit and eat a little bit, and horsefly bites a leg a little bit. These we could probably gonna put most of these like just in the morning cereal, or maybe you could bake some pie or something out of it too. But yeah, since we got last week and we got a little bit of rain, like an inch or like 30 mils. After that we got these like normal flies, a bunch of normal flies. not mosquitoes, a few horse flies, but just normal flies, which is kind of weird. Usually don't have that much of those, I think. They're kind of more annoying than the other ones, but they don't, of course, they don't bite or anything. So as soon as you get a little more wind, it's like really good. Not too many bugs. That breeze and shade, and in the morning here it's possible to do something. It's supposed to maybe not get as disgustingly hot today as yesterday. Yesterday it was 30 degrees in the shade. Today maybe just, I don't know, 27, 26. I think there's like measurement here, like a half a liter maybe of these. That's a pretty good amount to then eat them up and then in a couple of days come and pick more. There's definitely quite a bit of these here. If you clean the whole bush, you can get many liters here. I guess we got the one apple tree here. We could see like back there, I believe it's like a wild apple tree, or we had another apple tree here and then someone just ate an apple and threw it in the forest here, and then there's this one growing here. It's pretty small and the apples are kind of, they're sweet, like red sweet apples, but they usually are pretty eaten up by bugs and stuff because it's kind of growing underneath, like the apple trees underneath a juniper tree, kind of. Not really the best spot over there, but produces some apples. Other than that, we don't have any apple trees, which is, we had a couple, but they got old and then they just basically died. Should probably plant more apple trees. Those are also really easy, like low maintenance. Plant apple tree, get it to survive to a size where hares don't eat up the actual whole tree, and then you basically pick apples. Don't really need to do much more. My kind of plants, just like these bushes also. The only thing we pretty much do here is just mow the grass around it with the mower. And then, yeah, other than that, just pick the berries. You could throw a little bit of some fertilizer on, maybe some Kalium fertilizer is good for plants, I think, or for berry bushes and strawberries and things like that. But I mean, there's a decent amount of berries here now, and we didn't. This bush didn't even get any extra water. Like those ones over there probably got a little bit when I sprayed on the strawberries up there. So they got a little bit of extra water. But this bush, it's pretty much been here, just surviving on the very low amounts of rain we got this year. Got decent amount of berries. Was that a real thing, whatever that's in English? It's like a hornet, or it's not a bee. The ones that sting are really bad. I think that's could be the real one that's in the flowers there. Don't want to get bit by those. That's gonna hurt a lot. Especially the ones that make there's the one that species that make the nests in the ground. And once I stepped on one of those, and then one got up and stung me right in the forehead. That hurt. But yeah, they usually don't sting you unless you unless you step on their nest or something like that, or threaten them, or swing at them and hit them. Yeah, there's a bunch of them actually in the bush there. They gotta have a nest somewhere. They had tried to build one nest in the gazebo, but I got rid of that when the nest was like really small. Because you really don't want them to have a nest where you're like at, or where you're chilling, because risk of getting stung goes up. And there's a bunch of them, 3, 4, 5 at least in the bush. Where do they have their house? A little bit more. Half a liter. Yeah, we probably get like a couple of liters at least from this bush. And just take a little bit today. Just a little bit. Normal flies. Weird. There's really no like, there's like one horsefly, but no mosquitoes, almost no horsefly. But then there's like a bunch of these like normal flies. What the hell? I think it's still better than having a lot of horseflies, because these normal flies, they don't really bite you. They just fly around, buzz around, which is maybe annoying, but it's not as annoying as horseflies or even mosquitoes. And once we get more wind, it should pretty much get rid of the flies. Lord of the flies. You only stick your whole arm in there. Gotta be careful not get stung by the things. Like all the branches, they have these like thorns. There's like one, and then when inside the bush, when it's like an older bush, I would say the thorns are like even bigger. There's not many of them, but there's always like there's one and there's one, and yeah, don't really wanna like, if you poke in your finger there and you have no like glove on, you could easily get it like in the end of the finger or something like that. Which is not nice. So yeah, that's why we're picking with gloves on. Usually don't pick berries with gloves on, but for the gooseberries I think it's a little better. Less chance of getting poked. Irrigator is doing its thing. Spread pattern is good, it's hitting all the plants that we want. It's probably not that dry here, so I might just keep it on there for like an hour and a half maybe. We don't want to like over irrigate it either. And there might, like in the next 3 days, there should be like some rain. It's really, like you don't really know that if there's gonna be or not, but maybe on Monday there was quite a big chance of rain. Like more solid rain maybe. Maybe. It's been very unlikely to get big rains. But yeah, those guys that sell their viewers, please tweet. Somehow found out who it is and stop them from creating new accounts all the time. I think on Twitch or something it would maybe be beneficial if you make a channel, it would cost like 2 cents or something. It would really stop those spam accounts from being created. Yeah, wind is coming from there occasionally, but the irrigator is still pushing water far enough to hit all the corn and things. Pretty relaxing to listen to the rain, even if it's artificial rain. Just chill. spray, you're gonna keep spraying. I think we have about, yeah, we have like half a liter. I think that's good. That's a good amount for a few. That's gonna be a good addition to a few morning meals. Like you can put like just a few berries on top of the muesli or something, or cornflakes. And then we pick more in a couple of days. Yeah, half a liter didn't go very far. There's definitely many liters here. If I pick it like completely clean. And they're not overly ripe yet, so they should be good for at least a week, or two probably. So we got all the other bushes. We pretty much cleaned everything from strawberries, of course, and then this one. Don't really have a lot of. I should really plant more stuff in the garden here. Like we got a big lawn here. There's like would be less lawn mowing if I would plant more stuff. Like maybe some apple trees. I don't know, maybe a pear tree. I think you can grow pears. Maybe you can grow them outside here. Maybe some others. There's a lot of like choice in the bush department. Apple trees, yeah, berry bushes. A little bit more strawberries maybe. Stuff. Just more stuff in general. But I think we got everything picked now. I'm contemplating about mowing some lawn. Like we could start there where it's completely in the shade. Maybe do like a little bit today and then do this when this is in the shade, like much later in the day. Definitely gotta split it up in many parts because it's in the sun it's like way too hot. In the shade it could be possible. But yeah, we can take all this stuff, all the garden loot, take it somewhere else. Garden loot away. I guess that part's in the shade too, but I don't think we're gonna go there. There's not really much to mow there here. Here's clover's gotten, you can clearly see where we have sprayed water on the strawberries. You can see that the grass here is much more clover and it's much greener than the dried up grass. Clearly see where it has rained. Time for an official break. There's some wind now. I think the shady part's over there. Could maybe try to mow that now. Just a little bit now, a third now and a third later and something like that. Probably mow without the hat even to stay as cool as possible. I just got the shorts on. Usually when I mow the lawn it's better to have like long pants, but I think today it's just extreme weather, so we need some extreme clothing decisions. Maybe I'm all naked, just mowing the lawn all naked. Yeah, that wind is picking up, I think. With this wind and in the shade, and then just do a little bit at a time, should be doable. Kind of want to do it now in the morning too. We can mow like half an hour, 45 minutes maybe now, and then the rest later today or maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to do that. Just mow, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yep, let's go do some mowing stuff. At least a little bit. We did start the sprayer, yeah, it was 9, so it's been only a half an hour. Can be on for a little bit. Try to mow this area here that's kind of in the shade. Most of this, and then we need to move the line.
this guy. Haven't had to empty this one, unfortunately, not too many times this year. Wind in here. Bunch of flies have arrived now. I think when you're getting warmer yourself, then the flies come even more. Just normal flies. Super annoying, they don't really do anything, but super annoying when they're flying in the eyes and everywhere. So yeah, not dangerous, but kinda annoying. I have to almost have my sunglasses on or protective glasses on to mow grass. Mowed down their fly capital. Nah, I don't think it's I don't know why we got this many of the normal flies this year. There was pretty much none, but then last week it rained a little, and then after that we got a bunch of them. But yeah, there is some wind. As soon as I get a gust of wind, then it's much better. We're just gonna try to mow here in the shade a little bit, where it's a little bit cooler. In the sun it's way too hot already. Way way too hot. Usually when you get some exhaust from the mower, it helps keep the flies away actually. But I guess these flies aren't annoyed by the exhaust. What? Ja. Det är det för torrt. Mm. Mm. Ja. flies and not the flesh biting ones. Yeah, it's like normal flies. They don't do anything. They're just flying around. I think I'm actually gonna try to take I'm gonna take some sort of like protective glasses, because it's most annoying when they fly like almost like in the eye. But yeah, they must like me. I got a lot of followers. Some fly followers. The bad kind of followers. But no, they are not. If you get those smaller black ones, those are worse. I think these might protect the eyes a little bit. You don't get stuff, flies in the eyes. But yeah, I think we had the small, in the spring I had the small, really small black flies, they're actually called. But they're like 1 millimeter long or something. And holy hell, they bite you in the legs. Like in the spring I had like both legs. I mowed the lawn once like this with shorts. And then after that, like in the evening, like it was, the legs were full of bites and it was like itchy as hell. Like it was way worse than mosquito bites. But those are always weird because we don't have any of those bugs right now. There was like one time in the spring where there was the black flies, but they're gone. Now we just have these house flies, whatever it is. And that one time, that's why I usually try to mow with like long pants. Because they bit the legs like crazy. But that was like one time. Now there's none of those small ones, which is okay. Now it's just as long as I can keep going with the mower. As soon as I'm mowed, it's like no bites, no itching and stuff afterwards. With the black flies, it was really annoying afterwards, like super itchy legs. How much paperwork in percentage about you have at the farm? Really hard to say. Like I don't count the hours, so I don't know. But it's a bunch. It's always like anytime you do any kind of field work, like for example when we mowed the grass fields a couple of days ago here, that needs to be put up in the field specific notes. Like you need to write up everything you do on the field, like when did you seed, when do you mow, what fertilizer did you put, how much seeds do you put down, when you harvest, like how much do you harvest from the field, like all that stuff. And then yeah, there's a bunch of paperwork, and then I still have like a tax guy doing the taxes, so I could do the taxes myself too, then it would be way more paperwork. But yeah, that's too much. The taxes we have a guy that does that, an accountant, because my head would explode doing the tax things. There's so many different kinds and back and forth and oh man, I don't even want to think about it. My head explodes just thinking about it, and I haven't like looked at all of the things. Not my favorite part of farming. Of the lawn, there's not really much to mow here, but I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. Usually it's this kind of like yellow flower here. Some areas the grass has grown, but it's pretty dry still. Anytime you get wind, it feels so good. No, the flies are. There's less flies now. Maybe when I put the sunglasses on, that scared away all the flies. There's not that many of them now. Just a few. Maybe the wind is picking up too. Sprayer has been on 1 hour in the garden. I think we can let it be another half hour and then probably move it to the potatoes. I guess we can try to mow this area and then we can move the sprayer or the irrigator. Might be the normal flies. They try to go where there's like moisture, so that's why they're going for the eyes. And now when I covered my eyes, they can't get to the moisture, they probably go somewhere else. Maybe. That's my weird theory. But then when you get a little sweaty, then they come back maybe. They're after the moisture. This part back and forth here, kind of on a slope. It's good exercise. It's way too hot, but other than that, this is really good exercise for the legs. I do way too much sitting otherwise. So this is pretty much like going to the gym. Leg day, leg day. for it, forget it. Forget about this. That's done. And we just got this part down here, and then I think it will be enough mowing for today. Then it's gonna start to warm up even more. And in the sun it's like impossible. In the shade, doable. In the sun, not so much. Just do this bit here. The wind is picking up, which is very good. It's like almost like a constant breeze now. That really helps things. it's almost like 10:30, then I think it's good time to maybe go and check the sprayer, maybe move it around. Are pretty much gone now. I think maybe it's some sort of morning flies. That's gonna be good for the mowing for today. Probably mow the rest maybe tomorrow morning. Should be cooler again. Because the rest is pretty much now in the sun, so defo not gonna do that. Go cool down. Källare time. Kyla ner lite. Let's go to the place where it's always +5. Bara kyl ner lite. Kyl ner. Det är skönt. Något sånt så att jag... Let's close the door. See if it disturbs a little bit in here, but here it's good. How warm is it here? Do we have a... Usually we have like a thermometer somewhere here. It's not here right now. I'm thinking it's probably +10 here. So it's good to come here if it's hot. Basically AC place, or colder, way colder than AC. Let's see if we can get any here. It's kind of tough when it's, yeah, it's a cellar, root cellar, so it's not best for cell signal, but surprisingly it almost at least works here. We got some bit rate. So yeah, when it's really hot, this is the place to be.
basement. Or not basement, it's like, yeah, root cellar. Back in the day when they farmed like a lot of their own potatoes and straw and beets and whatever they had, like this, they had a lot more stuff here. Now I have occasionally like some potatoes here and carrots and a little bit of stuff, but this is like way bigger than we need at the moment. It's a cool area. Feels so good to be here. When it's like 30 in the sun or something, to come here it's like plus 10. Very nice place. Then when I go back outside, it feels like going out in the sauna. Pretty much. Yeah, 10:20. About 10:30, 10:40 we can go maybe switch the irrigation thing. See how hot the encoder is running. 72 degrees. Encoder is not too hot. When we were to the island, I think the encoder was up to like 90 degrees at some point. If we were in a non-windy place. Yeah, if it's like plus 10, I'm like in t-shirt and shorts. Plus 10, it doesn't feel cold at all. Guess if I would stay here like an hour, then it would maybe start feeling cold. Maybe. Soon we have cooled down, then we can go outside again. Yep, I think we're cooled down now. Go check the irrigation thing.
Inte det där, jag tror att vi hade temperaturmätare något annars. De var inga något. Men de är nog något 10 grader. Man kommer ut sen som man ska komma ut i bast. Det är skönt ifall inte alltid vill. Ja. There is a breeze today, thank God. Without the breeze it would be already like really horrible. Oh, spider guy. Spider guy in the hat. Yeah, now we can switch. Now it's been like 1.5 hours. I think the irrigation might be pretty done there on the first place. We can go check. Usually it have like a couple hours, but it wasn't like super dry, so I think an hour and a half might be enough. Then we can move it to the potatoes and the strawberries we put in the ground. Those definitely probably does them good if we put some water on them right away. Wind is blowing from that direction, so we gotta put the irrigator pretty close to that edge, I think. Wind always pushes the water a little bit to the side.
And we can soon move it. Move the sprayer to another location, which is over there. But yeah, you need to have it like in one place, usually from 1.5 to 2 hours. That gives the ground about 20 mils of rain, I think. So about this much. But yeah, it doesn't help if you just have it so the surface of the dirt changes color. That's definitely not enough. The water needs to go deeper down in the ground too. And when it's this warm, like the surface is going to dry up probably today already, but it's where the roots is. That's where you want moisture. Grass on the socks. Yeah, I think we're about good now, so we have to move it there, but the hose is not long enough, so we have to go back and then go straight line out there so we can get the irrigation working there.
Yeah, 1040. Now it's been like 140. I think that should be a good amount. There's no there. We probably don't need a raised platform even there because the potatoes are pretty low and onions are pretty low. Here I have it like on a raised platform like that because the beans are so high and stuff is so high that otherwise it wouldn't spray everywhere. Yeah, let's go. Going in. We don't need to shut it off. We can just take this guy, point it downwards, and we can move things around. Without hopefully getting tangled up in too many places. We have to pull the hose back here because we need to go there. Otherwise it's gonna get snagged. Some things. Good day there. Okay, now it should not get tangled anywhere. We should have enough hose to put it somewhere here, man. Because the wind is coming from over there. Maybe over. And we'll try to put it, maybe put it here first. Whoop. Then we get some water on ourselves again. See if that's good. Hopefully the stream didn't die. We got some little shower on ourselves. Little tricky when you move it and have it running. Let's wipe off the chat phone at least. Oh, holy shit. I could shut it down from but I need to go to where you shut it off, and it's not, you can move it just like that, having it running. Okay. See if it lines up pretty well there now. Probably pretty good. If anything, the wind is going to push it this way.
maybe a little bit this way. It's a little bit crooked on there, I think. See if we can get a little bit more hose. I can adjust it a little bit. Get the sprayer in place. Or maybe have it doesn't have to be maybe that far that way. And it's like 10:40, and I'm gonna keep it here until at least 12, maybe a little over 12. That's better. Quick evacuation. Should be pretty good right there. Irrigation. Leave that one running. Take a little break, and then you're probably gonna end the stream like when it's this hot. I like to do the morning stream. It's a little bit better in the morning, at least a little bit cooler. And there is some clouds, like not right now the sun went in the cloud, which is good. Yeah, the rest of the lawn probably gonna mow it tomorrow. Should be cooler again tomorrow. Yeah, what is it? 10:40. It's pretty much lunchtime. Then, yeah, I'm gonna watch some Olympics probably today. Chill the rest of the day. We get most of the stuff done. Pretty much an exercise, morning exercise done today, so that's good. And some garden loot.
Looks like we're even getting a bit of rain during the week.
We might, yeah, we might. Would be good. Wouldn't mind at all.
of course soon the crops are gonna get ready, and then we don't need rain. Then rain is bad. But maybe right now rain could still be okay. But then after that we could have, after like 1 week, then it would be better if it would not rain, because then the quality just goes down. That sounds better. Wish we would get one of those days like when I was a kid, when it was 15 to 20 degrees during the summer. That pretty much never happens anymore. It's always like it's 20 to 30 now always.
What's up, brother? Good to see your beautiful farm again.
Well, hello there, hurricane winds. Hopefully we don't get hurricane winds here. But yeah, just chilling a bit here. Did mow some lawn, did harvest some stuff from the garden this morning. Yeah, hurricanes. You get hurricanes there, and then it's like typhoons in Asia, and I don't know what they call them in some other areas. They call them something different, I think. But at least like typhoons, it's more in Asia, and hurricanes it's North America, and then yeah, I don't know what they call them in other places. I mean, you can get them in Europe too. Not really in Finland, but yeah, when we had hay still, you could get like when you had the hay up in rows, or like rows or whatever you call them, then you could get like, you saw it was like a tornado here, but it was like so small, but it could move the hay to the side, but it wasn't like not strong at all, but pretty much the same thing, but just a lot smaller.
Cyclones in Pacific.
Yeah, different names for the same thing, just because it's in different areas. But the strongest winds we get here, it's usually like in some sort of normal storm, or like sometimes when you have like thunder, you can get like these big downdrafts where it's like really fast winds going in one direction, and then it can like flatten the forest and all. But it's pretty rare still. Pretty rare, but yeah, we for sure get some wind damage. Occasionally. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. It was like more like a morning stream. Usually I start this time of the day and stream into the afternoon, but on these hot days I just gotta do something in the morning and then chill the rest of the day.
We also have storms called derechos.
So yeah, we're probably gonna end it here for today. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and probably be back tomorrow. Unless it rains tomorrow morning, we'll probably try to mow the rest of the lawn tomorrow. Maybe do some other things. We'll see it tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.